First, I'll give hats off to Sam Houston winning the game, and what a hard-fought football game. If you like defensive football, that was a defensive football game. I was really proud of how hard our kids fought and kept fighting till the very, very end. Extremely disappointed that we lost, and so I'll take any questions at this time.
Dion, was that injury related?
No, he was a little erratic. He didn't get to practice as much this week and just wasn't in the flow, and felt like we had a better chance going with Chayden. And just all credit to Keywan. He just didn't get to practice. He fought through that injury and just wasn't feeling it. And so we decided to go with Chayden and thought that gave us the best chance. But Keywan to be back out there. And it's hard to do it when you come off an injury. It's a short week. You really don't get to, you just go through practice. You can't really throw. You couldn't really practice the first couple of days. You basically had a walkthrough and a half practice. And when you're as young as he is, you need to see it. And he was kind of sped up out there. And we felt like it was best to go with Chayden. We decided to do that. And Chayden fought hard and did some really good things and fought really hard.
And Amari?
Amari's wasn't healthy enough to go.
But you fully expect that Keywan will be the starter again next?
We'll look at it. Yeah, I do expect Keywan to be yes, he will be the starter next week.
Can you talk, Coach, about the punt block? Seemed like the guy came from the middle. What happened in the blocking?
Yeah, we haven't had that problem all year. One of our young men didn't step down hard enough, and instead of stepping down and getting his full body in front of him, he just barely got half of him, and the guy ran through it. So it was we blocked it correctly. We just didn't block it well, if that makes sense. The guy did not step down. If you need to step down, you got to step down and get him right in the middle, which we do all the time. For some reason, we just barely stepped and barely hit him.
In other words, he had the right man, he just didn't block it effectively.
Yes, sir.
And then can you talk about, like you mentioned a little bit of your defense on the positive side, especially that goal line stand,
Yep.
just in general with defense?
Yeah, our defense has really kind of done that all year. Even when people have kind of scored, they've had to just battle to get in. They're playing really physical. They're playing really hard. We rotated a lot of D linemen tonight because they had an offensive line, big tight ends the way they run. So we had different personnel groups on our D line, and I thought that kept us fresh and kept us being able to stop the run for them because they're an excellent running football team. And down in the goal line stand, that was really excellent, really well. And then at the end there, when they kind of got moving, we stopped them again there, made them kick a field goal, and almost blocked it. I mean, inches away. So I just thought the fire and the effort on all sides was good. We just didn't execute as well as we need to on offense.
Shamari Lawrence, I think, played for the first time in a couple games.
Yes.
What made you go to Shamari?
Shamari's been practicing really well. We hadn't played in a few weeks. The other guys have been playing good, and we felt like giving him a shot early. We felt like we needed him to run the ball, and I was really, really proud of Shamari. His attitude has been unbelievable. When he wasn't playing, he was working at hard, and when he got his shot, that's what I tell the guys all the time. If you keep your attitude working, you keep working hard, you keep practicing. When you get your shot, you're ready to do well. But if you don't, if you pout, if you're not working at it hard, you say, you don't do well when you get a chance, and he did that. I can't tell you how proud I am of Shamari.
Coach, talk a bit about that holding call on the final drive.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Well, instead, obviously,
Yes.
Watson was a game-time decision, and obviously it was Bauer that got the start for some. Could you talk a bit about what you saw from him and how much you had planned in case Bauer was supposed to be the starter?
Yeah, we had Bauer played at Central Michigan and ran the ball a lot there. He has played early in the year, so we had a lot of clips of him. They basically did the exact same thing. They did basically the exact same offense. Ran a few more what I would call power wide fly sweeps more in this game. They've been running them. Now, they hurt us last year on it, so I think that's why they came back to it. I remember last year in the overtime, the very first play, the guy went 25 yards right down the sideline on that. So we practiced that extremely hard, and we're able to fit that up really well and able to stop because it's a read. We were able to stop the quarterback the way we played it. We were able to stop the outside and the quarterback on it. They got us late in the game on they faked that and then ran like a cornerback counter with it, gained a few yards on us. They fought valiantly.
Coach, you mentioned that there was almost a field goal block. Did you see who almost got there?
Yeah, Brian Blades almost got it. I mean, inches away. He gave a phenomenal effort. And all the guys that did inside too. Yeah.
Brian around the corner, right?
Yes, sir.
And then also the TD pass to Rivers was, you talked about that play and the design there, but also was that available at other points in the game and maybe there wasn't execution, or was that just you caught him in a defense that allowed that?
Yeah, we tried it some other times, and they backed off and played like cover 2 or stuff. That one they came down in a quarter situation, and then the run fake brought the safety down, and he got inside the corner, and it was a great throw. And so it was a kind of an RPO type situation there. It was a heck of a play by Chayden and by Eric.
Going into this game, I think St. Houston had the third best rushing offense. You guys were able to limit them to under 100, at least in the first half, and pretty well for most of the game up until maybe the last drive or two. Just talk about your defense and how you.
Yeah, I thought the defense played valiantly. I thought that I thought we played well against the run. I thought we tackled well. They got good, hard running backs. I thought we tackled really well when they tried to get the ball on the edge too. We had a lot of one-on-one tackles out there that were important for us to get out, and I was pleased with that. I love this team. I still believe we're really good. We've played 4 games in a row and only won one of them, and could have won all of them. And so it's tough, but they keep believing and they keep fighting, and we'll just come back against New Mexico State and a week from now, and so we'll go from there.
CJ Christian didn't play tonight. I know
Yes. Yeah, CJ got hurt at the end of the UTEP game. We thought he would be available, but he still wasn't ready. He warmed up. He did some things he couldn't go. So sure hope he'll be able to be back. Antonio Patterson played really well in his absence, and so Antonio's played a lot of football for us, but that's the first time he's played the entire game on defense and special teams, and I thought he did really well.
Coach, once again, Trevion Barnes leads the team in tackles. Regardless of the outcome, he's been an absolute game changer these past few weeks. Just what have you seen from him?
Trevion, again, he's a phenomenal player. I think he's the best linebacker in our league. I think he's an excellent player. He's just a humble young man. He can do all things. We brought him after the passer a little bit more lately, and that's made some difference too. He's an excellent tackler in space. He's physical inside, and he has ability to close and run you down. Just been very, very pleased with Trevion. I tell you, Elijah played really well tonight. Made some really big hits, and all the guys did, but those 2 linebackers both played really, really well.
You guys went out for goal eligibility. Do you feel any pressure at all, just kind of going into this final stretch of the season?
Oh, I feel pressure every game. Honestly, I really do. And we definitely want to go to a bowl game. And like I've said all year long, we can beat anybody and anybody can beat us. It didn't used to be that way. It didn't used to be that way. We couldn't beat everybody, and now we can. Now we just got to go do it. And I believe we're going to line up and go play New Mexico State, and we're going to believe we're going to win, and that's what we hope to do. And they're going to believe it too. We just got to go do it.
Well, with the offense kind of flailing, I think you're 2 for 13 on third down. Did you get the sense of frustration on the sideline? Can you speak on what that was like in terms of the players and any kind of frustration?
They're frustrated, but there wasn't any outburst or any things like that going on. But they if they're not frustrated, something's wrong, right? So we'll go keep working on it and find a way to try to fix it and keep going. That's what we need to do.
Seems like you used Shamari Dempsey in some pretty creative ways this season. Just talk about him and the usage.
Who?
Shamari Dempsey.
Yeah, Samaj. Shamari, we call him Samaj. Just threw me off there. Yeah, Samaj is a good player that has a lot of really quick and athletic, and we're trying to find different ways we can use him, and he'll keep progressing. He's a freshman, so we'll just keep working in that direction. So it's good to see Samaj do some things, and Sequan's a heck of. We've used him too on offense, and he's doing a great job on kickoff returns. And the first guy can't tackle him. They just can't tackle him. It's every game. The first guy cannot. They get some guys blocked, and the first guy he always makes that guy miss. And then we just got to keep fighting.
Coach, aside from that block, Dave Montiel had a fantastic game tonight.
Yeah, he did.
Punts, 3 of which inside the 20, including that one, which I believe was spotted at the 2-yard line. Talk a bit about it.
Yeah, Dayton's gotten. That was one thing last year we thought he wanted to work on to get better at, and he has this year, putting the ball down inside the 10-yard line, and he's done. And then he was getting the ball up high, and the block punt wasn't his fault. I thought the timing was decent on it. We'll see when we time it on film, but Yeah, he's done a really good job. Really pleased with Dayton for sure.
One thing the defense was not able to do today is get a sack. Just talk a bit about what you saw from Sam Houston's offensive line and how they were able to protect.
Yeah, well, the way they did things, they really didn't hardly drop back. And, we got back there a few times, and, we just couldn't – we didn't get him down. He scrambled and got stuff, and then he ran away from us and just ran out of bounds. I can kind of consider might have gained half a yard. I consider that a hurry pressure sack. He could not throw the football multiple times tonight. Now, we didn't get him down, but he could not throw the football. He was just having to escape and throw it out of bounds or whatever. So I agree with you. We've got to get him down. We had a couple times to get him down and didn't. And it seems like quarterbacks are getting better and better at that. All in the NFL, you see it too. They get there and those guys scrambling around and throw it out of bounds or gain. They didn't really used to do that as much, and I guess it's just the way the game's so open now, and they kind of feel it, and it's just it's more natural to do that. They used to tell me that sit in the pocket, throw it, and if not, throw it away, or but the guys are getting more athletic, and Bauer's a runner too, more than he is just a passer. So when you get that type of guy. Yeah, we definitely want to get him down. We had a few times, as y'all saw, but we did really hurry him into feeling very uncomfortable in the pocket, though. I will say that.
Guys, all things considered, what would you say about Chayden Peery and his performance?
I thought he was heart of a lion. The way he fought and the way he ran and got the first downs and kept competing. And, the throw he made at the end and they called the holding. He had to sit in there and do that after having some incompletions, and he did it. I thought that was big. Now, it didn't come to fruition because we had the penalty called, but I thought that showed a lot of guts and heart, and excited about what I saw there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Perfect.
Chayden, what did it feel like to get your chance?
I'm just blessed. I'm just super grateful. I've been 3 different places. I've been all around the country. It's my 4th year. So to finally get in, it just felt good. Just play football again. I got a great support staff, my family, my girlfriend, my friends. And then I'm just glad, the coaches trusted me enough to go in there.
How did it feel to score your first touchdown of your college career?
It was pretty awesome. I went and I didn't really know what to do, so I didn't really have like a celebration. I actually just went and headbutted Jaden Lee. So, yeah.
Well, on that touchdown, just what worked for you to get the ball down to Eric Rivers? Just what was the call?
Right. Well, we had like a good play action, so I just had to make sure I had to ride that out, make sure to get deep in that. Pause. And then their safety came up. They rolled safeties. He came up, so I was able to just get it over. And then Eric Rivers did a good job winning on his route and made me look good.
Seems like you guys were really able to get the run game going as well. Just talk about the 2 backs and you yourself getting a couple first down calls.
Yeah, definitely. That's all the O-line. They fought their butts off tonight for sure. I know all backs were in the mix. It was cool to see Shamari out there again, making plays. All those backs run hard. That's the whole motto. That's what Coach Mack preaches. That's what Coach Hickson preaches. Coach Yo's to just run hard, not to bow out of bounds, but put your head down, go get the extra yard, fall forward, and they did that for sure.
Be careful. I was going to say, be careful with getting a concussion when you headbutt your offensive lineman.
Yes, sir.
First of all, but secondly,
Won't happen again.
what was the interaction like with you and Keon after he came out? Did you guys kind of talk about what he was seeing and all that?
Yeah, definitely. No, he was there after every drive, came up to me. We were just going on the plays on the iPad. He was there telling me stuff, dapping me up. He was just a great teammate. Definitely grateful for him just to help me out because I know he's the younger guy, but he's definitely got way more experience than me. So just having him there to help me, understand things, see what they're doing, see what he saw before I went in, stuff like that.
What was going through your head when they told you you were going into the game?
I was a little nervous, but just talking to God and thanking God. I'm nothing without him, and I know he presents opportunities, and I'm just blessed to be able to have that opportunity.
I don't know if you were able to see the replay of that holding call on third down on that final drive. What were your thoughts on it at the time?
I didn't see the replay, and I don't know. It's football. Stuff happens, good and bad. Of course, you never want a game to be left up to the referees. We had chances in other points of the game. I believe you create margin So, I mean, you could say, oh, penalty here, oh, bad play here, but if you do the other things right, you have other opportunities to win games. So,
Were your parents able to make it down?
nah, they weren't, but, I mean, my dad's probably throwing a little fit that I haven't answered his call yet. They've been blowing me up, so right after this, I'm going to give him a call.
What did you think overall of Sam Houston State's defense?
Mhm.
For the most part, you had time in the pocket, but there were some times where they almost got to you.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good football team. You can see in the record, they played against good teams. They had a good scheme against us. And, I mean, they're gritty players, too. You know, we like to say we're gritty players, but, I mean, it's college football, so, you know, they got those guys, too, for sure.
Jaden, in practice, were you running with the ones this week, the twos, the threes? What were you doing? And also, did you get any sense that this might happen?
Definitely, I ran with the ones. I ran with the twos. Keelan was very limited. But he got the start. That's our guy. I was just told to be ready. So I had the feel in the back of my head, but I mean, you have that all the time. You always have to be ready.
But this is the first time you really worked with the ones even at all in practice since you've been here.
Yeah, a little bit during fall camp, a little bit during spring ball, but during season, yeah, this is the first time.
What were your thoughts on the Vice unis?
Fire, man. Hunter, Buck, all the people that put work into that did well.